Most people want to be lead guitar players. I feel like for me, the thing that I bring to the table that's most compelling is in the rhythm guitar realm. And honestly, I really dig it. Since I was a kid, a lot of the guitar players that I really loved are rhythm players, really driving things. I grew up listening to punk rock, and although I play funk, it kind of fits. If I adapt it and make it work with funk chord voicings, it really works kind of in a cool way. I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old. I actually started originally as a bass player. I felt like it doesn't really matter what I play, I just need to express who I am through an instrument. And eventually I started playing more and more, and I started playing in a band, and there was 2 bass players. It was me and my friend Aaron, and Aaron refused to buy a guitar. So I said, okay, I'm gonna get a guitar. I'm from Minneapolis, and the way that many of us from Minnesota made money as kids is by shoveling our neighbors' driveways. So I saved up a bunch of my shoveling money, and I finally said, okay, it's time for me to get a guitar. And there I was in my first band playing punk rock music, and it wasn't even about the style. It was mostly about the feeling that I got when I played it, and the feeling that I could see my friends having when they were listening to us play. There's something about music that can spark an emotional feeling, this visceral feeling, whether it be joy, whether it be comfort, or sometimes just a sense of angst, which many of us as teenagers needed to express in a way that was healthy. And for me, that was music. I've always turned to music to be able to express who I am and what I'm feeling and share that with other people who might be feeling the same sort of thing. So a lot of my music expresses this feeling of joy. And I've thought that it's just a wonderful tool to be able to help shape somebody's mood that might spark a different feeling for that day, for that week, for that month. And the more that I do it, it also sparks that in myself as well. So music really, to me, is a tool to generate feeling. I love playing in different settings, whether it be in a small studio with a handful of my close friends, and we're just jamming on something. It's kind of informal, and we're just chilling. That to me is so much fun. And then eventually, you play in a band and it starts to grow. Like my bucket list was to play at Red Rocks. When I was a teenager, I had this Dave Matthews Band live album, Live at Red Rocks. And I remember just looking at that album cover thinking, that is the most majestic, incredible looking venue I have ever seen. I just hope that someday, when I grow up, I'll be able to play there. And sure enough, a few years later, the band got big enough where we're headlining Red Rocks, we're selling out Red Rocks, and I've played there probably 5 or 6 times now with Wolfpack and then by myself. It's been this incredible journey to play these iconic venues. No matter what instrument you play, you're gonna sound like yourself if you have a strong enough voice in what you do. But there are certain instruments that just draw that thing out of you much easier. There are certain instruments that just feel like home. And for me, that's a Stratocaster. And I can't believe that I'm saying this. I have a signature Cory Wong Fender Stratocaster. That is absolutely insane to me. Who has signature Stratocasters? Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, Eric Johnson, Yngwie Malmsteen, Cory Wong. That is absolutely mind-blowing to me to be part of that lineage, and I'm truly honored. And to see my name on the back of this headstock is crazy. You know, there's something about playing with your friends really close in a room where you can feel the music in a different way. You can be a little more nuanced in a small room. It's kind of like sleight of hand magic versus like disappearing or making a tiger appear in the balcony or something. There are certain things in the music world that you can pull off when you're right next to each other, and you can telegraph things with just a little look. And that's just really fun to me, especially being a rhythm section player. When we're all kind of right next to each other, we can feel the groove in a certain way, we can push, we can pull together, we can kind of give a little eye, and somebody will give a little cue that something's gonna happen. And when you play with each other enough, it's almost like you're reading each other's minds. There's a difference between the, where are we going? And, you ready to do this? You know, it's a very subtle difference, but in the moment, there's so many different things that contribute to what that communication, what that messaging is, that you just, for me, I can't get that in any other thing than in music. And it's such a special and sacred thing. And for me, as somebody who's mostly a rhythm guitar player, and also kind of like lead rhythm, it's an interesting role because, you know, in my band as Cory Wong, I'm the leader, but I'm the rhythm guitar player, but I'm lead rhythm. So sometimes the lead parts and the rhythm parts are intertwined. And sometimes I feel like I'm part of the rhythm section, other times I feel like I'm stepping out and in the front. And it's cool to kind of go back and forth. And I love that juxtaposition. Sometimes I'm just laying in the cut and playing in the groove and letting a saxophone player play a solo or something. And that's really fun for me. As I grow as a musician, it's fun to take that journey with my friends and to be in different sized bands and to be in different groups, playing different styles of music, different things. I started doing this variety show. And I have this huge 11-piece band. It's a fun challenge because there's 11 really strong personalities of people who are some of the best in the world at what they do. They are incredible musicians. And for me, as the lead rhythm guitar player, band leader, I get to take a look at all of these incredible musicians and find a way that we can all work together and make something really magnetic and really compelling.
That's a take. Woo! That's a take.
There was a lot of years where I just wanted to be ripping lead player. And then I realized that's not what people love about me. What people love about me as a guitar player is the rhythm thing. And as soon as I recognized that that was the most magnetic thing about me and my voice on the instrument, all of a sudden all these things started to fall into place. And I had to recognize, oh, this is my role in music. This is what I can bring to the table in the guitar world, in the bands that I play with. I had to confront my own ego about it because, oh, I want to be the lead guitar player that gets all the solos and blah, 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 and whatever. But I have just as much fun and I get to be the band leader. As a rhythm guitar player, who would have thought? It's possible.